Hey guys, it's Gypsy at the Paper Lion. I know it's been a while since I made a last video, but I've been super busy, but I've promised to myself that this year I'm gonna try to do more as far as my channel goes and more of like making videos. I made some last year, but they were sporadic because of job changes and going into marketing. But anyway, we're gonna bypass that. But anyway, what I was trying to do, because I do markets on Sundays, and my journals, thank goodness, sell out pretty quickly. So I'm trying to find a way to make more instead of like only being able to get out one, a week or one or two a week. So this way, I was actually watching a video by Paper Terrace. You go check out her channel. She's got some great mask making journal page ideas. But anyway, while I was doing some of hers, because I was making a bunch of them, I was doing the one where she was making like double pockets on pages like this. Of course, putting my own variation on some of them. But while I was thinking, it's like, you have to still think about it when you're doing it. So I was trying to figure out what could I do that would be very quick and very simple that I could use like one brain cell to do, because sometimes with all the things going on in our lives, that's all we have to spare is one brain cell. So I came up with this idea, and I don't know if anybody else has done this or if they've made a video. I'm pretty sure this is not something that, it's not rocket science. It's just a very simple way to make journal pages and that you can just pop out very, very quickly. Really no thought to it. And if you're like me, I pick up sometimes like bulk crafting supplies, like people in my area, they're destashing or whatever, and so I'll buy loads of, like I'll buy a bundle of, decorator papers, and some of them are cute on their own, but some of them, like these, I would probably never use in a journal by themselves, so because they're too busy or they're not like the style that I have. But this what I'm going to show you today, what I have showed you, is basically very simple, and you can turn a busy page that you probably wouldn't use or can't figure out where to use it into something that can be used in almost any journal, because basically you're just framing it, and it kind of mutes it down, and it takes away some of the busyness of the paper itself. So with that being said, I'm not going to give you measurements on this because the page, what you'll start with, your base, is dependent on how big you're going to make your journals. My journals are typically around this big, so a page like that will fit in just fine, even if I have to trim it down just a little bit. So depending on the size of your journals is how you're going to cut your base paper, which is your designer paper. And then of course you're just going to need some book page and your trusty glue, a ruler, and scissors maybe if you want to. And I'll show you a fun way that you can maybe like decorate these at the end, just using, actually using some things that I made, and I made a video on last year. So you'll be able to go back and look at that if you like that little thing. But anyway, let's get started. Basically what I'm going to be doing, as I showed you in here, is making a rectangle to fit your base page. And so it doesn't, with this, like I said, one brain cell. It really, there is like, you really don't have to think much with this project. So this would be like a good early morning one, like maybe when the kids are asleep and you're trying to get some crafting in, but you're still half asleep yourself and you really don't know what you want to do. But this is something that, because these can be tucked in to, lots and lots and lots of different journals that you may have. And I'm going ahead and just kind of trying to do these because all together. But what you want to do is make sure you're getting rid of well, for me, I like to get rid of all of the parts of the page that don't have any writing. That way you're left with just, you know, writing. And like say for instance, oh, that one's actually kind of neat. It's got this word there and that little blank there. You can actually stamp that. But yeah, mostly we're going to, you know, try to make sure that the page has a lot of the word on it. So let's take, for instance, I'm going to show you two because, I mean, it's, like I said, no-brainer, simple, one brain cell. And right now, that's all I have. So I'm just going to do it. And instantly, you can see that that took that from so very busy down to something that you can use in almost any journal. Same with this. You can see that automatically. All right, so what I'm going to do is just ink up the pages. And sometimes to go a little faster, if they're relatively the same size, you can offset them just a little bit. And most times you can ink more than one page at a time. That's a little tip for you if you never tried that. See, both of those are basically getting inked at the same time. And that way you don't have to go by and do both. You can just do one pass. And that's kind of it. I mean, every minute saved is, in my opinion, like worth it. All right, and simple like that. And we're just gonna go here. And of course, we're gonna add some glue. Now, if you want to get fancy with this, of course, you could like glue 3 sides of it and make it like a side tuck pocket. You could glue the top, top, 3 sides, make it a top tuck, however you want to do that. But for mine, like I said, I don't want to think about it. I'm just going to glue the whole thing. In the middle like that. I don't know why I use so much glue, but I like to make sure my pages are really stuck. Because I like to make my journals to where they're going to last a long time. I don't want my stuff falling apart. I'm pretty sure all of you are like that. So, anyway, so that's that part down. And so you were basically able to make 2 pages in like less than 5 minutes. Because how long does it take? Now, that went from that, and where's that other one? And this to this. Now, I don't know about you. I mean, some of you may use, make baby themed journals. I really don't make baby themed journals. And this came in, like I said, a mass. I bought like actually a thrift store. It was like a whole like little tower of different craft supplies, and it came with like a whole container of different decorated papers. So of course I didn't pick out each one myself according to what I would use, but I bought it in bulk. So then of course you're going to get things that are not necessarily to your taste. So if you're in that position and you get things and they're a little bit busy and you don't want to just throw them in the trash because you paid for them, here's a nice little way that you can tone them down. And it doesn't look so babyish now. It's still, this would fit in perfectly in a little shabby chic journal now. That doesn't necessarily, because this right here to me by itself just screams baby. But now it's more like a quilted frame for your book page. And same with this one. I mean, I don't I don't ever see, but now that it's broken up, it looks a lot better. And just quickly, I'm going to show you how you can decorate those. in one of my previous videos, I made these cute little things out of doilies, and of course they can be used as tucks, you know, or you don't even have to. You can just put them flat on a page. And so this one kind of goes with this, and look how pretty that is. If you just, even if you just put it right there in the middle to break it up, that looks great right there. Here, there, you know, as a side tuck. If you want to cover those duckies up, you could put it there, breaks that up. Want to cover the bunnies, breaks that up. So I think I am going to actually cover the, who do I want to cover up? All right, let's just cover up the bunnies today. I mean, not the bunnies. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to leave them, and I'm going to put it right there in the center and make a little tuck with it. And now you have there's a pretty little journaling book page to go, just like kind of in any journal that you're making. And then of course you would just glue that down, and then it would just become a page. Of course, I'll have to go back and trim that a little bit, but that's so simple, so easy, and you could like pop out 20 of these in 30 minutes, and that would carry you for a really long time. You know, another way you could decorate those is actually on Paper Terrace's page. She was making these cute little squares and then just cutting the side, and she was doing like double pockets. Let me see if I have another one out here that's already cut up. I know I should have. Yes. So even if you wanted to take something like that and do a double pocket, and they all have pinks in them, so of course, you know, you can just mix and match your colors any way you choose, but you could do something like that. You could do a single pocket in the middle. Let's do that one, just a single pocket. Of course, cut your little punch out, ink it up a little bit. And then glue it down. And of course, this is something that you can do when you're actually making your journal. While you're mass making these papers, you don't really have to do that. You can always come back, you know, depending on what kind of journal you're putting it in, and, you know, color coordinate it to that. And bam. That cute little page from this ugly page, in my opinion. Some of you might like it, but to me, this is a page I would more likely use as opposed to just that. And then, like, so those two are done. And then something like this. I also sell antiques. I don't know if any of you guys have like access to like foreign money that you can like print, you know, print on a copier. Of course, this is not meant to be legal tender or anything. It's blank page, is just for decoration. But these are vintage, you know, money like that. I collect paper money, and so I take them sometimes and, you know, color them. And look how pretty that would be as a pocket. I think I might actually use that, make that into a pocket. Of course, you just snip it. I don't want to take the words off, so I'll snip it. Oops. That's not doing it. So let's just cut that around. No harm, no foul. And it's not centered anyway. Hey, it's okay. So we're going to just ink that up a little bit. And I've been trying to find ways to use this money up anyway. So that's actually perfect. You can just make a little pocket. Put that a little bit off because I know I'm going to have to snip that off. And still didn't get it where it needed to be. If you've watched any of my other videos, you know that glue is not my friend. And this is another way. On some of the decorator papers that you get, they have like the barcode and all of that kind of stuff. That design was from My Mind's Eve. I've never heard of them, but like I said, this one came in like a mass thing that I bought. But now if you glue that, you don't have to worry about that. There's a good way to use the ones that have the writing on it. And of course, just come through, trim that down, and now that's ready for a book page. You know, that you can stick your little ephemera in. These ephemera does not match anything. But anyway, I'm going to call it there. But I hope that you guys will take this tutorial, this quick little tutorial, and be able to mass make a bunch of pages that you guys otherwise wouldn't, you know, on designer paper that you might not use otherwise because it just, you know, too busy or whatever. But anyway, thanks guys for watching, and hopefully I'll be putting out many more videos very soon. Bye!